So I just got off of a 2 hour conversation with a woman that I was trying to get to know and trying to get to know. And she had a conversation with me for like 2 hours just about on the phone to try to get to know me. But I had a conversation with this woman for about 2 hours, and I don't know. I mean, she is open to interracial relationships because I guess I mean I know she's black, so she's open to interracial relationships. I did tell her where I stood a little bit, but um, she really, like most black people and most people out there, she's against Trump. You know, um, I kind of said some things earlier on too, because I'm under the impression that either one or two people, well, something's going to happen. Either way, something's going to happen, and somebody's going to get into office. I can't say it's one or two people I want to vote for, but because I don't really know who I want to vote for. It's still too early to tell, and I don't even know if I really want to go to the polls and just go and vote. But um, I did say earlier, I was like, yeah, let's go Trump. But, you know, she kind of reminded me of the fact that, what we have experienced in the last several years. She kind of reminded me of that, this woman I was talking to. And she was reminding me of the things that, I once stood for, and how some of them I still kind of wish I did stand for in a way, like, being part of the LGBT community and stuff. And because part of me was going to go forward and try to not even acknowledge that I was part of the LGBT community, or at least consider the fact that I was openly attracted to men. Your phone's gonna die soon, but apparently, I did say earlier, I was like, let's go Trump, but then I just got into this then hours later I get into this 2 hour phone call with her, and um she just reminds me that, that there's a lot of civil liberties and things at stake. There's a lot of civil liberties and there's a lot of things at stake here in America, and not everybody in politics is going to hold true to that. Not everybody in politics is really going to hold true to what you want and etc. I mean, they run a good game, they say all this stuff, but when they get into office, everything is bullshit. So, I don't really want to vote for anybody on the Biden administration again, but I might not really want to vote for Trump either. I mean, I was like earlier, I was under the impression like, oh, let's go Trump. But I've already been through the conservative, intolerance and all this intolerance and stuff with conservatives and stuff in the past. Is kind of why I kind of, I wrote some of the poems that I did, and kind of why I am bisexual and I kind of go against the grain as a black sheep, is because I spoke out against people like Trump and people like the conservatives that make you want to force religion and stuff down your throat. So that's the big thing about my way of like where I stand with politics, is like, am I really going to make a huge mistake? Part of me feels almost very strongly to move in a direction that's not going to be where, kind of where I came from. I mean, some people still want me to be a little bit more liberal, or talk about me being more liberal, or at least voice their opinions in a little bit more of a liberal way. Maybe they're not like totally, gonna throw me to the bus or call me a race traitor. But the woman I was talking to was still trying to tell me a little bit more about liberal, or just civil liberties in here in America for people with with rights and things. And we couldn't agree on the border thing, because I told her I think they should seal the border. They should seal the border and let people in, here, legally. But because I think America had a illegal immigrant problem. But she was like, she didn't believe in like sealing the border. She believed in